Craig, let's start by looking back. It was a 2-1 victory against Connah's Quay Nomads in our last league outing, and it was nice to finally get that trophy lifted after the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very much so. And very nice to get a win as well. Obviously, Connah's Quay have done very well this season. So yeah, it was nice to win. I thought up until first half was pretty even Stevens. Then the first half of the second half I thought would dominate. Then obviously we'll let them back in the game a little bit later. But it was nice to win. It's always nice to win when you're picking a trophy up. The last thing we want to do is go on the back of a draw or defeat after picking the trophy up. So now it topped off our home season really well in another good victory and just a disappointment conceding a goal.
And last Friday night we hosted our end of season awards evening here at Park Hall. It was a good event, and it was great to be able to celebrate the achievements of the season.
Yeah, it was thoroughly deserved from players. Jordan Williams dominated a lot of it with top goal scorer, supporters player of the year, players player of the year, I think goal of the season, and I think Dan Wills got managers player of the season, Dom Corness got young player of the season, Sheps is Golden Glove, and Ben Clark trainer of the season. So yeah, it was nice altogether. It's always good to reflect back on another successful season, possibly not as successful as we'd liked, but because the aim is every season is to at the start of the season is to win all 3 trophies. Obviously, you can't always happen. It happened last year, the first time it's happened since I've been back. But yeah, it's nice to we obviously won well with 1 game left with 20 or 21 points ahead in the league. So yeah, it's a big gap, and the lads truly deserve big credit for that.
And as we're all looking back, if I could ask you maybe for just one highlight from the season, what would it be and what would you pick?
Yeah, I think highlight would possibly be the last game away against Connah's Quay. It's not often over the 10 titles that I've won, there's only been 1. Previous to that was happened in that sort of dramatic style where we beat Bangor City 5-0 at home on the last day of the season. Normally, we've been comfortable and we've won a game comfortably, but for the drama and the and the excitement, and then for the players to celebrate the way they did, to score a last minute winner, to confirm with 5 games left that you've won the league. It was just nice. It was great. It was great for the players, great for the togetherness, for the atmosphere in the change room after the game, etc. And yeah, I'm really pleased for the players, because sometimes it's just, we've got 2 or 3 games left and we win comfortably, and it just sort of plays its way out, and everyone just gives each other a clap, a smack on the back, and go well done, and and there you go. But no, it was really dramatic, and it was really good for the players to celebrate the way they did.
Well, this Saturday, it's the final game of the 2025-2026 season.
Yeah.
We're on the road against Barry Town United, and it goes without saying you'll want to end the campaign on a high.
Yeah, definitely not. Nothing's changed from last week's game, the week before that, 6 weeks, 10 weeks ago, that we go into the game to try to win the game. It's really important that we finish with a win, and and our points total to get up there as close to 80 points as we can. So that's the key. That's where we want to be at, and be picking the strongest team possible to go and do that. And we've got a couple injuries, but we'll be more than fine.
And I'm sure you won't need any reminders of our last game against Barry. It was that defeat in the Nathaniel NG Cup final. Will you be using this weekend's game maybe as an opportunity to right that wrong?
Yeah, I think always, it's always hurts when you get beaten, certainly a cup final. Obviously a lot of waters went under the bridge as from then on. We've won the league title and won it comfortably, but nothing will change. This mentality will be exactly the same. We've trained really well this week. We'll be preparing as usual, and we'll be going down to Barry and wanting to win the game, and setting up to try and win the game and finish on a high, and the lads can have a good deserved break of 3-4 weeks off. So yeah, nothing changes. We want to win the game. Yes, we've got a couple of injuries, and we might mix things up a little bit, but we'll be going in there to win the game.
It has been a long season, of course. You've just alluded to it there. Pre-season training began on the 30th of May, amazingly. 42 games later, you must be looking forward to a bit of a break after Saturday.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. I think it's if you add on top of that the season beforehand, where we were having 2 or 3 games a week until December, it was certainly from a mental point of view and a physical point of view for myself, the staff, it was exhausting. And I don't think quite we all got the break we deserved last summer. So we're all going to need a break, and it's something that it's really key that all the staff have a break, because yes, the players are the ones that go on the pitch, but the staff, the work's never done. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, no days off. You're mentally doing stuff. You're doing stuff at home. You're watching games at night, etc., etc. So from a staff's point of view, it'll be great to go and hopefully win on Saturday. finish on a high, then everyone to have at least 2 or 3 weeks downtime and ready to go again for pre-season.
Well, Craig, as this is the final press conference of the season, a big thank you on behalf of myself and the rest of the media team for your help and cooperation throughout the season.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank yourself, Sam, and everybody else, and just as importantly, the supporters that have come to support all season, everyone involved, the staff, the backroom staff, the players, and hopefully we can finish on a high and look forward to European football next year.